Well, on this particular day, we decided we'd have a walk around Bradford and just see what the new market's like, the Ostler Market, which has just recently opened. So we park his car down here at Foster Square, and this is the Foster Square station where we're starting off. Not really a very inspiring station. I always think it's just more like a glorified bus stop. A once beautiful station which was pulled down many years ago. But anyway, that's just my opinion. We're just looking at the roof, the glass canopies, all full of moss. I could do with a good clean. Now we're just passing through the yard, just past the station. These curious arches here.
They've closed it all off.
At one time, I believe they housed small businesses many years ago. They've since all been blocked off with these gates to stop people in tents sleeping in them. I don't know what the plans are for these with the council, whether it's going to leave them or open them up. There's the rear of the Midland Hotel where the famous actor Sir Henry Irving died in 1912. Well, we just made our way up to the top of the town, just above the station there, to have a look at this new Darley St Market, which has just been opened. I think it's been open a week when we paid a visit. Just out of curiosity, we thought we'll have a look round and see what the new attraction is. Certainly very busy in this new market. I think there's 3 floors. I'm not too sure. I know we didn't go to the top floor up there because Elizabeth on her scooter, and there is lifts, but we didn't go to the top. We're more or less stuck to this level and the one below, which is easy access to. A nice variety of stalls.
There's food halls. And just up there again.
One thing about it, if you're on a mobility scooter or wheelchair or anything like that, it's quite easy to get around the place. There's plenty of room, plenty of gaps between these shops, these stalls. This Ostler shopping centre was originally called John Street Market. It was further up top of the town. It was just then known as the Ostler Centre. The original market, the original John Street Market, was an open air market. It was built in the 1930s and called John Street Market. And as I say, it was an open air market. Very popular with locals. And then it was decided to do away with the open air market and make it into an indoor market. This new premises which were built in the early 2000s, and I believe a lot of people weren't happy about it because the old open air market had a lot of character and were very popular. It was in 2019 that the council approved plans for a new shopping centre on the old site of the M&S store located in Darley Street, and the new market was designed by architectural firm Grieg and Stevenson, whose previous work included the Borough Market in London, as well as other markets in Leicester, Rotherham and Hong Kong. Well, anyway, the
From that, go around that way.
Bradford Council announced that the development of the new Darley St Market will be completed by 2021. However, as usual, delays of the development were heavy due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It was the old Oscar Centre was due to close in late 2023 to 24, and after extensive delays, it closed on 28th of June 2025, and then they all then moved into this new premises. With the closure of the Oscar Centre, the centre, along with the nearby Kirkgate Market, which is opposite here, it'll all be demolished and replaced with green space,
Yeah, thank you very much.
housing,
Right,
and new
yeah,
commercial
I'll have a
spaces
look
in
at
line with the new Darley Street Market and planned city village. Can you have a village in the middle of a city? And area of green space nearby the site. And the City Village initiative is part of the Bradford Metropolitan District Council's 10-year plan to develop the area. All it seems to be in Bradford, to be honest with you, is apartments and flats and open spaces, no shopping. There's hardly anything coming into Bradford to shop for. It's basically turning into one big housing estate, is Bradford. They're not bothered about the shops.
Yeah. Curtains.
Well, we made our way out to the outdoor area. Some stalls were set up. I think there were craft stalls with these. Very interesting. Lots of items for sale. I don't know whether this is a regular thing they're going to be staging at this market. It's nice to see outdoor stalls. It reminds me of the old John Street Market where it was all outdoors, and it was quite a big market in its time. And there was one particular stall I used to love looking at, and that was one that sold medals, badges, coins, and military uniforms, and various other things. Long gone now, never to be seen again. And this is one of the areas where you can get something to eat and drink, the food court. I'm not sure whether there's something similar on the very top story. Certainly a busy place. Now, out of this entrance here, opposite the old Kirkgate Market, which is due for demolition, it's an ugly building in my opinion. It's one of these concrete monstrosities, but anyway, that's my opinion. Now, we came here on another occasion, and I thought we'll just have one last look round before it disappears, although I believe it's another 12 months before anything's due to happen to the place. And most of the area down here is open. There is a few places closed. The upper market, that's quite a lot of shops still open, but the main market, which is above,
Well, is all these going to go
that's
in here
completely
then?
closed up now. Not a bad market really. Not as good as the old original Kirkgate market, which was a beautiful Victorian building, and it was an absolute crime to have that pulled down. I just can't understand why the council at that time pulled a beautiful building down and build a thing like this. And now this is due to come down. And I believe they're going to build apartments, or I think somebody said a village. How can you have a village in the middle of a blooming city? But anyway, that's what the crackpot council's planning, I think. They don't seem to be bothered about anything else. Just get the buildings pulled down. I mean, the inside of this market's not too bad. It's quite a nice market actually, but it can't compare with the original Kirkgate. As I mentioned, it was such a beautiful Victorian building. All the amazing ironwork and glass roofs. The stone flag floors with open grills in the floors, which used to blow warm air up. Beautiful in the winter, and they just ripped it down. It's typical of Bradford. They just ripped their heart out of the city in the 60s. So there were some amazing buildings, and they just pulled them down. Luckily, the government cinema, which that was earmarked for demolition by the council, they didn't want to know. If it weren't for a dedicated group, it would have been pulled down. But thankfully now it's been renovated, and it's called the Bradford Live, and they've made an amazing job of that. Beautiful now, and I paid a visit there a few weeks back. Got some tickets online, and it was a limited day where you could actually walk around and have a look and explore the place and see all the work what had been done. And that's on one of my videos. If you're interested in that, I'll put a link below, and then you can have a look. It's a lovely building now inside. The trouble is now, when they pull this place down, all these shops are going to disappear. Don't know where they're going to go. Now this is one of the few buildings in Bradford which was not pulled down, thank God. This is the Wool Exchange, and it was built between 1864 and 1867. The commission to design the building was given great importance in Bradford, and John Ruskin was invited to give his advice, and he came to Bradford where he gave a lecture in which famously declared, "I do not care about this exchange because you don't." And Ruskin argued that good architecture could only emerge from a pious, paternalistic society, and that the exchange represented the worst form exploitative capitalism. That's from the famous John Ruskin. I can't imagine that going down well with the architect and builders.
So it's from the Armed Forces Day. A load of tents on there, so I'll see what there is. Quite a while since
There's the old town hall in the distance, now known as the Bradford City Hall, and
Yeah.
I think that was built about 1847, I think.
Betting shop, that's full of betting shops in Bradford.
The music and these tents in the distance, I think it's supposed to be part of the Armed Forces Day. Now the main event we missed it. It took place earlier in the morning, and of course we were far too late by this time, and that's the reason we didn't see many people dressed as military like they usually is. Very little military presence about. Apparently everything took part earlier on at the morning.
So there must be there's something going off in there.
Now there was an event earlier on the morning around about 11 o'clock I think it was, a commemoration of the armed forces, and there were various members of the British Legion there, and I think some of the councillors, the Bradford councillors, as I say, that was at the morning, and we missed that. Now apparently there was barely a sound in part of Bradford City Centre when the people shared a moment of silence for the Armed Forces Day. There was a drumhead service in Norfolk Gardens where messages of peace and hope were echoed in speeches. It was led by Bradford Cathedral clergy at 11 AM, and the multi-faith ceremony included a temporary altar from military drums, recalling worship services held on the battlefield. Should have come down a bit earlier now, would have seen that. It's a bit miffed that I missed that. The service was followed by music from the West Yorkshire Fire Service Band. Well, the main service took place just behind me there in the big square. It was, as I say, earlier in the morning.
Careful, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth there, fascinated with this bear dressed as a beefeater.
There's the police museum. Look. Quite a good do, is that? I've been going to go in there for years and never done that.
Just over there in front, past the screen, is the old Gorment, which has just been redeveloped into the Bradford Live. Been derelict for many years, and at long last it's been renovated and is now called Bradford Live. And I actually did a tour around there not so long ago, and if you're interested in seeing what's been renovated, I'll leave a link below.
town hall chiming.
Oh, this is Cafe Road.
Just behind me there is the water feature, which at the moment's empty. The little fountains there still working. When it's full of water, it attracts quite a lot of people, especially children. They love it.
And the old spoons over there. City of culture.
I wasn't right sure what this tent arrangement was, this marquee thing, so I thought I'll have a quick look inside and see what there is. I thought we'll go inside and have a look around. It's a chance to give my ears a rest. These drums were getting a little bit annoying. Well, we thought we'd go in and have a look, see what's it all about. It's not what I expected actually. I thought it was some kind of an exhibition, but it was just like books and pictures, photos, etc. Interesting all the same. Nice and relaxed in here. Waterstones exhibits there. Quite a big marquee.
A good choice of books.
Various the books on display.
David Hockney, Bradford artist.
Explore worlds with books.
Some nice pictures over there. I'm just going to have a look at these pictures.
Small art gallery here, which I found very interesting. Some nice pictures. We're back up near Kirkgate Market again, just having a walk along the lower end of the market.
That foundation, look.
Are you going in?
So that's where the new market is, up there.
Just now making his way down to the Broadway centre and have a look there. See if there's anything new or anything closed down. Marks and Sparks were there when the place opened, and they've now vacated the place.
Another betting shop. Ladbrokes this time. Well, you think they're not short of betting shops. Old Telegraph and Argus building there, that glass block. Old beautiful building down to build that. I can hear Scottish pipes. Well, they said there was a pipe band on. Oh, that's a scene. That. It said there was going to be a pipe band. Let's have a quick look. I know. Not easy to travel on, aren't these? Another betting shop. Boarded up. Another betting shop. Casino.
I'm going to get a nose done rather than chuffing ball ring done. I said I'll be pulling it out now. Yeah, it's been alright. This morning it went alright.
Yeah,
but it's really funny, so don't fall.
see you later.
Yeah, we just bumped into the family there, my daughter and son-in-law.
Scots pipe band here now.
Well, we're now making our way to the Broadway shopping centre.
Another Greg's.
It was well known at one time for nothing being here. It was just a wide open area of land which was bulldozed flat. And it was like this for years
That's cinema, that.
until this
Popeyes,
place was
Pizza
built.
Express, yeah.
Unfortunately, Marks and Spencers have recently vacated the place, which was a bit of a disappointment to a lot of Bradfordians.
The light. Oh, we walked on here, I haven't seen any more vape shops or phone shops.
You're going in entrance to here.
I'm having to hold the camera a little bit secretive. People have been pulled up in here for filming, so I didn't make it obvious by having it on my stick.
One thing about this floor, it's all fossils.
An interesting fact about the flooring, it's all fossilised. The marble which is used for the tiles, it must have come from a quarry where there's lots of fossils, and as you walk around the centre, if you look down, you'll see different kinds of fossils in the floor. It's very interesting. There's probably lots of shoppers that walk in through here that don't realise what's under their feet.
It looks so nice in Bulgaria.
An old Primark. All these fossils in the floor. Look. It's quite dark on here. After cutting down on the lights, what's this place? Flip out. Not this for our race, is it?
There's no way. I mean, that shop shut up. What you're used to doing. That's expensive.
Now there has been a couple of shops which have closed and left, and as I mentioned, one of them was Superdry and the Marks and Spencers. But there's also odd one or two that's closed up and moved on for some reason. I actually think it's to do with the high business rates and rents.
Yeah, look, fancy KFC.
Food court.
Yeah, that's it. The end in sight.
Well, this walkthrough will give you an idea what the Broadway Centre's like in Bradford, and if you happen to visit Bradford, it might be of interest to you to pay a visit to this place. Now, personally, I always find these shopping malls a little bit on the expensive side, although my favourite shop's gone from here, and that's Superdry, and they're quite expensive.
Got a peacock.
Ah, look, escape routes.
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's it. We're making our way now to the exit. After that walk through, and then we'll make our way back down to Foster Square where the car is parked.
Out the other end.
A nice sunny day again, and blue sky.
It's a corn exchange.
There's a view of the Corn Exchange, and there's front view of the Midland Hotel, which I mentioned at the beginning, where Henry Irving died.
Died.
Nice looking building, part of the railway station at one time, the Midland railway station of Foster Square, which was sadly demolished. There's only the front facade left there on the right. Now we're making our way back to the car park near the Foster Square railway station. Just passing the side of the Midland Hotel. I hope you found this rather long video of interest, and once again thank you for watching.
Girls. There we are, back to the start.